All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome in to a shorter stream for Subnautica today. Thank you for joining us today, by the way. I appreciate you being here. Mini games and Cat, thank you. Let's see here, get my windows lined up correctly. So I do apologize. We were supposed to start at 10 a.m. today, but we're starting at 8 because I have an appointment I got to take care of that would interact with or conflict with everything. So we're only streaming a short stream today, just a couple hours. Probably do some building, probably gathering some materials for our bigger stream later, that kind of stuff. But how you guys doing today? And also, how's the audio? We doing good? Sound right? So I gotta admit too, by the way, I was looking at crowd control stuff yesterday because I want to start integrating that to the channel. And wouldn't you know it, that there's actually a Subnautica mod for it. Sounds good to you? Good to hear it, Cat. I know we're still in an ad break on Twitch, but that's fine. But yeah, so crowd control is a thing for Subnautica. Could be some craziness. I will say I'm entertaining the idea, but I'll definitely say that that's going to be on like a separate thing. Audio good, doing just the same as always. Hey, if the same as always is good, then that sounds good to me. But yeah, if we do like that, we'll do it on a different playthrough because I don't want to ruin this playthrough. That made me kind of sad. We worked pretty hard for what we've done so far, you know? But let's go and hop into it. Again, just kind of going to be doing a collection episode. We're not going to progress too much because we only have like a few hours today. Really, Aurora, your engine efficiency is 300%. Oh, there's some irony in that statement. Okay, so we have a clean slate on inventory. That's a good start. Who asked you? And where are you? Man, you guys are so nosy. I swear. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to do some material gathering today, though. Want to get some titanium. Wow. Kind of cleared out the zone, haven't we? Hey, welcome back, King John. It's good to see you. So, just as I mentioned earlier, just a heads up, this is going to be a shorter stream so I can take care of some stuff after. We're going to primarily focus on collecting materials today. But I hope you're doing good. So, okay, we got range. You know, I might swap that for a 4th range just to get the most out of this. Need copper and magnetite. Okay. Well, we have magnetite. No copper here. Okay, nothing there. Look at our rambunctious crew of little guys. Look at them. Are they so cool? So anytime is worth it? Aw. Yeah, it's going to be a mostly gathering resources, building stuff. As far as what we're building, we're probably just going to improve on the base today, I think. We probably want to build up the outpost a little more. And if we can get the materials, I'd actually like to expand this and make this bigger. All right, we got that for our scanner range upgrade. Okay, we don't need the moon pool recipe. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Cat, you are 100% right. Hold up. Turns out the audio is still muted. Sorry. Yeah, we're just doing some base type stuff today. Well enough, I'm so quiet. People say they forgot I was here. Well, you know, that's kind of a fault of YouTube more than anything, minigames. Because, like, Twitch makes a thing of, even if it's mostly inaccurate, you can tell when somebody's lurking. But YouTube is weird. Like, I'll have people chatting in my YouTube, and I'll pull up the participants list to see who's here. And it'll tell me that there's nobody here when people are chatting. It's the weirdest thing. Never actually thought of this, but would you be okay if you made a small area like a research lab for creatures and plants? You know what? Actually, that's a great idea, King John. That's kind of what I was going with here. I know I kind of made this my own little personal space, but this room honestly is so big that, like, it would be pretty cool to be able to extend this stuff, you know? My little crab squid buddy. Jeremy, as I'll name him in Ryan's honor. That poster is off center. That annoys me. Definitely gonna need a garden nearby for research. Oh, I agree. It must have updated because that big of an aquarium never existed. So this is actually an alien containment unit. The aquarium is this one over here. The aquarium is where you can put fish that you just catch out in the wild and just stuff them in here. But the aquatic habitat, or the alien containment unit, you actually can put eggs in here and hatch them. And these guys are all friendly to you. Even you. Honestly, seeing a crash fish that's not trying to run into me is like the robot from Rick and Morty going, "What is my purpose?" And it responding with, "Oh." Okay, so I'm gonna check something real quick. Scientific stuff like stethoscopes and magnifying glasses. So that, you know, that's actually one thing that maybe there's mods I could look into, but that's one thing that kind of bugs me a bit about Subnautica, is the fact that, like, you have non-functional microscopes and stuff, but you can't make them. You can only find them. I'm gonna Google this before I waste my resources. Can large rooms stack Subnautica? You can stack large rooms specifically referring to multi-purpose rooms. Well, that's not what I'm asking about. Large room is literally what I'm looking for. Okay. So cool. We'll work on that. If you don't give a robot purpose, they start trying to find their own. Dangerous business. Next thing you know, they're playing video games on Twitch. Hey, you're not supposed to divulge my origin story so casually, okay? You're taking all the mystique out of it. Like, what am I supposed to tell people in like a year from now when I get big? And they're like, what's your origin story? And somebody go, ooh, I know, Cat spilled the beans a year ago. I'm only kidding, although that is partially true, I suppose. Okay, so for now, Cat just ruined all my mystique all in one go. Okay, let's go ahead and build that range because I don't care as much about speed for this. I'm not gonna lie, to be honest, we don't even need a large room. For a small purpose room could do it. So yeah, I'm of two mindsets here. What we're going to do is we're going to build a large room under the one that currently exists, so that way we can make the alien containment unit bigger. But we're also going to build the the garden thing too. What do we... Oh, I must have accidentally made that. No! Delete! Not make more. Meh. There. I took a photo of a photo. So, okay, we cannot make the indoor grow bed yet. We gotta find that one still. Desks and chairs you can build. You can add that to future detail. Yeah, we actually do have a desk and a chair. And we can take pictures of some creatures and have them hanging out photo frames. Ooh, you know what? Is that a thing? A photo? There it is. Oh, okay. We getting fancy up with this. Okay, okay. Make some signs, got some picture frames. See, I'll be honest, my first time playing this, I never really got into any of this. I just kind of blitzed my way through the game, you know? So taking the time to build and actually like make the base homey is kind of cool. Hey, welcome in, Frost. It's good to see you. Actually, I have some pictures of Leviathans. Oh, that's so cool. If you want to, make sure to post them in the Discord. Shiny? Oh, congrats on the shiny Delibird. I've never seen a shiny one before. Like, in this game, anyway. Okay, so we can make an exterior grow bed as well. Okay, so let's change it for that. Wait. Okay, now we're good. Okay, we now have an even bigger range on this. Let's see what we can find. Okay, that camera is way too far away. It's magenta? Huh. That's pretty. Okay, which camera is it? One of you guys is someone nearby. The picture's in the general part of the Discord. Okay. Neat. So this camera is actually as far as it can go. Huh. Okay. This camera was inside of a wall. That was kind of freaky. Oh, hey, little guy. Okay, so for clarification, base is there. You know, I'm going to be honest, the sound those guys make really reminds me a lot of when I was in the Navy and doing submarine sonar stuff. You heard these guys all the time. Not like these fictional monsters, but creatures that make clickety clackety sounds. Okay. 400 seems to be about our limit. So, yeah, I think we're good here for now. Okay, cool. Why am I hearing radio signals right now? That's weird. Okay, so let's see where we have fragments at. We got some that way. Yeah. Repair tool, laser cutter. All right. For now, let's maximize our space. Dump. Okay. Fragments over this way. I hear a Leviathan, of course, of the reef back variety. Welcome in, Drake. You know what? Reef backs are my friends. Except for that time where I built my Cyclops last stream and almost landed one on it. That was a bit of a yikes moment. Yeah, when we do get our Cyclops, I have a name for it. The Gezel Shaft. What is that a reference to? And by the way, I'm not against it. I just would like to know the reference. Okay. Okay. How are we getting in this thing? Hey, get out of here. My territory now. Reef back. Oi, too close to personal there. Yeah, no, the bay, when I made the Cyclops, I was watching and it took so long to make it that I literally in stream was going no as it dropped the Cyclops because I was afraid it was going to hit my buddies. Thankfully, it missed him by like inches. Okay. Is this my... Okay, no, that's not my entry point. Huh. We're gonna figure this out. Speedlunking the Rex is always actually kind of fun, to be honest. Sandtrack was trying to give you instructions. Well, I didn't ask for them. You can take a hike. Hello, hey. Excuse you. I think it's so cheap, by the way, that the sand sharks can just like go through the water and the land like that. Huh. Boy, I really messed him up. Okay. Let's see here. Maybe. One of the greatest things in this game, this swim charge fins. Nope. I wonder if there's like a shelf under here that I can get to. We have seen that in other wrecks before. Hi, Gary. Nope. Yeah, at least it isn't the 2 times bigger blue guy. I don't know why your messages are repeating. That is a new thing, though. I don't remember your messages doing that before. Oh, here we go. Cool. Let's bring the prawn suit around. And we are clear on the wrong side of that one. All right. But yeah, I don't know why your messages are repeating. It's kind of strange. Okay. So my entry point is there. Okay. Cool. let's get checking. Doo-ba-doo-doo. Okay, that doesn't open. Okay, thought that was my entry point. Maybe not. Kind of feels like it should be. Ah. It's all twisty and turny and stuff. It's all twisty and turny and really deep and stuff. Wow. Nope. Did not want that. More disinfectant water, really? It's right there. Why can I not? Is all this glitched out? What the heck? Like, it's literally right here. Why can I not scan it? Oh. Oh, okay, well, let's back out of here for now. Oh, not that way. Oh, right. Upside, down the upward staircase and all that. There we go. Man, that is a one twisty and turny place to go through. I'm mentioning a modded vessel, the Beluga, which we call the Atlas, but otherwise think of it as a Cyclops ×2 to everything. Ooh. Well, does it ×2 to how many crew members you're allowed to have? Because honestly, that's probably the one thing I don't like about the Cyclops. Okay, nothing that way. Yeah, this room shows that there's a ton of fragments, but trying to figure out how to get to them is a real question. Ooh. Welp. That was a waste of time. Oh wow, we go even deeper. Whoo! Man, so much disinfected water up in here. Nah, give it. Hey, it's right there. There. Okay. So honestly, if I'm being real about this place, it's kind of a death trap. Ooh, poster. Yoink. Yeah, with how this place is designed, it feels like there should be another alternative way to get out of here. Where the place is, that's the question. Hello, PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
That's really loud. Sorry. Well, you know what? That was worth it. That was very, very worth it. Well, I'm getting spun around here. There it is. No, not that way. Oh, wait. No, it's that way. Do 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 do. Ooh, woo! Dicey.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Cool. Shout for the baby shark. Do 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 do. Cool. Let's see what that. I don't even know what that was supposed to be. That's just gibberish. Wait, we got a time capsule? When do we get a time capsule? Huh. Into the unknown. I woke on this ocean world. I explored this ocean world. I conquered my fear on this ocean world. I left this ocean world. I leave this gift behind so you too may conquer your fears and face the unknown. Good luck to you. Well, that's sweet. I don't know when I got that, though. It's kind of weird. Let's see. What was the message we got? No, it wasn't that one. It was like altered credentials or something like that. Let me see. Oh. Ah, whatever. I just thought it'd be neat to read it, but that's fine. Better than the first time capsule I got. Oh, was it, Drake? What'd you get? Hey, welcome in, TV. It's good to see you. Sorry I didn't respond to welcoming you in on the previous message. Oh, sorry, Frost. I missed out on the Ugu. Ugu. There you go. There is your ugly Ugu redeem. Okay, so we got a pretty good bit of titanium there, which is what we were needing. So let us go and head on back to the base for a moment. And the next step is going to be finding copper. Frag post is that way. Whoops, we fell. I actually couldn't think of it. Were we going to Frag Tower or Frag Hub? I think it was Hub. Mine included a bottle of lubricant because it gets lonely out there. Wow. That's kind of savage, not gonna lie. There we go.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, in storage we are empty. Good. So yeah, good to know we have all these fragments nearby, but gonna be real, that's a real pain trying to get those. I mean, it wasn't wrong. I mean, it cannot be wrong and still be kind of wrong, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so we need to make 2 of the bigger ingots here. Oh, we can make 1. One's a start. Oh wait, I needed plastic ingots. Gotcha. Well, it just so happens I do have lithium. There we go. Okay, so we got a bunch of chunks out that way. Cool. I'm gonna grab this sea moth for this. Be a little bit quicker about things.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, hush. There we go. How rude. All right. I'm waiting for it. I'm fully expecting to get shot by a tiger plant. Because my luck with those things is absolutely abysmal. I have to admit, making your seamouth green was a great idea. Oh, thanks. See what the sand sharks now. Oh, hush. Yeah, the sand sharks quickly go from, whoa, that's scary, to, okay, buddy, you're trying way too hard. Really fast. There we go. Also, salt there. Doo-doo-doo. What else we got? You. No, 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 no. We're not standing for this. Come here. I have had up to here with you jerks. Come here. You're lucky I'm not good at aiming. The annoying neighbor from the HOA. Yeah. They're the ones that are like, actually you can't mess with that rock without permission. Yeah, honestly, I could sit here. Oh, today I learned you have vertical movement with the sea moth. I had no idea. Man, that would have made my life easier before. Is that? Huh. I didn't expect to see a salt deposit. That's kind of surprising. There we go. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. So anybody that doesn't know, by the way, pro hack. If you keep your knife out, the stupid little biter fish will not attack you. Turns out they actually do have a little bit of self-preservation. You good there, buddy? You seem to be having a moment. Okay, where'd my sea moth go? I have like 800 things on my screen right now. I actually have to ask, if the Aurora was kitted out with guns and stuff, do you think it would be able to take down a Star Destroyer? You know, I would say in a bit of a death match kind of vibe here, the Aurora company, the company that owns the Maltera, they actually made literally all of their money from being an arms dealer company. So I don't think it's outside the realm possibility that if they actually fitted this with guns and stuff, that it would probably be a viable contender. I mean, I agree with Kat on the fact that it's probably a lot smaller, but in terms of weaponry and stuff, I think there's a possibility. The Aurora was not designed as a combat ship. That is very true. That's kind of why I think it's a bit apples and oranges to ask that, because the Aurora was meant as an exploratory ship in a post-war era, but not post-colonial, mind you. And I kind of feel like that really affected the design principles behind it. Because, I mean, Altera was, at that point, the biggest company because of war profiteering. They had no competitors to speak of. Just colonialism to enforce. Very different aim. Granted, though, the Galactic Empire has dreadnoughts. Yeah. I mean, that's why it's important to make your distinction. If you're talking specifically Star Destroyers, then it would be a maybe, but you'd have to get them on an equal playing field first for that to work as a comparison. The Aurora ship is the biggest ship. They did not match up with stuff like Super Star Destroyers. Well, again, the Aurora is the biggest ship that Altera has made that we are aware of. But if there's one thing to really learn from Below Zero's experience and storyline, it's that Altera has a lot of secrets. So it's kind of hard to justify saying the Aurora is their biggest ship when we don't actually have any history on what they were like during or before the wars. And we don't know if they believed in sting operations to control the flow of goods, if they believed in blockade tactics, if they believed in just altogether Helldiver-esque majority superpower. We don't really know. Although, don't get me wrong, I would love to learn that kind of stuff. That would be pretty cool. Ha 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 ha. Take that, you little punk. Not me accidentally trying to shove a poster in his face. They could have a Dreadnought class ship, but then again, the Empire also has super weapons. The Sun Crusher is a little invincible. Starfighter, and then there are the Death Stars. Yeah, I think it's all really worth considering the setting and the practicality of things. Because, like, Subnautica's universe, from what we've seen at least, tries to base itself pretty decently on science-based science fiction. It's trying to say, sure, but what if science evolved in this way for this kind of thing? But it's kind of hard to compare that to, say, Star Wars when, Star Wars has things like the Force, which is some cosmic entity that you can't really define very well. You know what I mean? There's like science fiction fantasy, and then there's science fiction. And science fiction fantasy is how you describe Star Wars. I mean, just the hubris of things like the Death Star. Like, somebody please give me the blueprints and the science behind how on earth that makes sense as like a design principle. Like, how do they keep food? How do they grow food? How do they maintain electrical power? Oxygen. What happens if something springs a leak somewhere? All those kind of things are the kind of things that this game does a pretty good job of justifying in some fashion.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, the frag post is out there. Alright, let's go back to the frag hub. So I've just really been obsessed with the space battles aspect of Star Wars, whether the Force or lightsaber stuff, and focused on big on-ship battles. So, if you like the big ship battles, yeah, how did they move the Death Star? There's a real question for you. Oh boy, how do you move that thing without it turning into a literal asteroid coming down on somebody? But if you're interested in the space battle stuff, got a couple of games I'd recommend to you, at least for the game experience of it. You've got like the TIE Fighter and X-Wing games, for example, that cover that concept. You've got Star Wars Rebellion, which is actually more like what's the game? Risk, where you're like collecting planets and trying to govern them, and it's a whole board game aspect to it. But more importantly, whenever you have conflicts between space fleets, you actually do get to go in and like command squadrons and ships and stuff. It's really cool. It's a really old game, but it's a certified
Welcome
classic.
aboard, Captain.
Like, that game honestly is so good that I remembered it from when I was younger, and I hunted that game down to find it. That's how good it was. They moved the Death Star through hyperspace technology, which would not exist in real life. Well, see, that's kind of the thing, is it comes down to definitions. It comes down to what are you utilizing to explain your science. Because like the same thing applies to Mass Effect. Mass Effect has the Stargate system, the warp points. I forgot specifically what they're called. But more importantly, though, it has those, which is cool. How do they work? Well, the first answer the game gives you is they're not really sure. They just do. But then you get to a point where it actually does start explaining some of it. Not all of it, but some of it. And that's a start. And that's where I think that the Star Wars hyperspace not being possible thing, depends. Depends is the way I would say it. Alright, I gotta wait for... Oh wait, no I don't. Duh. I'm sitting here like, I gotta wait for nighttime, or daytime, but I freaking forgot. No I don't, I have a bed. Let's go sleep. Oh. Never mind. We got the power, got unlimited power. Okay, so we can make our... My guys are so cute. I can make a sign, I can make the photo frame. Alright, let's hop out with Let's hop out with this and hope for the best. Hope it doesn't break literally everything. Okay, so game. Oh, would you look at that? The game's making it easy on me. That's rare. I have a friend who we what? Virtual board game. Why did it start virtual? That's weird. Virtual board games season tabletop simulator, if that game exists. On there, we're gonna give it a try. Oh, that'd be fun. Okay, that ladder kind of didn't really make it, did it? Huh. Awkward. All right, so we need to build another alien containment, I guess. Okay, hold up. I made this mistake before. This makes literally 0 sense, but I am not making the same mistake as before. Apparently, putting a hatch on your alien containment unit friggin' breaks the base integrity. That doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever, but here we are. Alright, I need... Do I have more titanium somewhere? Or did I run out again? Hold on. Oh. You can't put it there. Fine. Put it here. Oh, I already got one there. Sure. We're not really using this room for a whole lot anyway. There we go. And now we need titanium again. You know what? We're actually going to go steal some of that metal salvage. That's what we're going to do. Yeah. Oops. That wasn't the button. Okay, you know what? We're not going to risk it. Not really feeling the whole glitch through the game. In titanium. This is the song that doesn't end. Yes. That is very accurate. Ooh, piece of salvage. That was the wrong button. I will never forgive them in this version of the game for literally getting that control scheme backwards. Right trigger is not actually right trigger. You have to hit left trigger for the right trigger. My dude, you want none of this. By the way, Leviathans may scare me, but these, they terrify me. I know of so many horror stories about floaters. Like, one would hope over time that they actually did fix most of those problems, but the fact that you can get floaters to literally just yeet your base out of existence is wild to me. Oh. No, pick it up. It attaches perfectly. Well, here it is, the research wing. Yep, we are building it. And it's not a bug, it's a feature. No, it's a cursed alien life form is what it is. Okay. Hmm. There you go. We're just getting a ton of that titanium. Ooh. Also, more quartz. Can always use that. What? I have no idea what I just landed on. That was weird. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Ooh. No, no. Pay it. Come on. Stop rolling away. Screw you, buddy. Yeah, I genuinely, I'm so excited for when Subnautica 2 comes out. Because this game is imperfect, sure, but man, does it do so much right. Wait. Sand shark egg? Why not? No, no. There. Well, I think we are out of inventory space, but you know what? We definitely got a lot here. It isn't perfect, but it is great. Exactly. Like, I can take a game that has some flaws as long as the idea behind the game is sound. And this game is absolutely sound in its ideas. That's why I hope that they learn from their mistake with Below Zero. And for 2, don't focus so much on forcing some complicated narrative. Or if you're going to do that, make the world big enough to where it doesn't feel like you're just shoved along the path. Because I think even more than the forced narrative of Below Zero, the thing I had the most issue with was the fact that the world never felt like it was big enough for me to actually explore it. I felt like everything was in very narrow, twisty paths that went to very specific, unambiguous locations. Also, entirely too much of Below Zero was coded in such a way that you had to do this or had to do that. And if you didn't, you just flat out broke the game. That happened to me a lot. No, down. It's actually kind of funny. It's almost a curse in a way that I started my open world survival experience with Subnautica because I think I pretty much started with the gold standard. Not gonna lie, when it comes to sequels, Below Zero isn't one. I see it more as a side game. And I mean, that's entirely fair. Like, I genuinely do feel that Below Zero on its own merits is not a bad game. It's definitely better than a lot of other games. But if you line it up with the game that came before it, it's unfortunately a very clear step back. But I agree with you. I don't consider Below Zero to be a true sequel. I think as far as content goes, that it being labeled as DLC, considered as DLC, makes perfect sense. Okay. Where is it? Oh, there it is. My menu is hiding it. Not gonna lie though, it really could have just been a DLC for this game. Yeah, no, 100% on that. You will not hear me argue that point. I mean, it's kind of one of those just unfortunate circumstances where the game was supposed to be DLC and then a whole bunch of money and production problems happen, and you have to be able to pitch a game to a new company investor. You can't just say like, so you know that game I made last year? Yeah, we want to make that except under your dollar. Doesn't really work. By the way, do I have that egg still? Or is that... No, that's in the sea moth. Or prawn suit, rather. There we go. Honestly, I love this, like, StarCraft inspired poster. StarCraft slash Space Marines. Slash Starship Troopers, actually. Now I think about it. I'm just saying, it's my mind. It's on my mind of two. Two is doing a better job as a sequel than Below Zero because it's expanding the stuff from the base game and giving even more stuff. There's no forced narrative. It's mostly mysterious, just like the first game. I wouldn't read too much into that until we have more confirmed information, but I will agree that the trailer did seem promising. I only say that way because I don't want to jump the gun and just assume that they learned until we have it in our hands. Okay. I didn't realize we had another egg in here. Huh. I didn't drop that in there. What egg is that? Oh, it's another ant peel. Okay. Alright, looks like we got an ad break. So I'm going to pause real quick. And we'll talk for a minute, but I mainly want to make some tea up. So yeah, this is my second playthrough for Subnautica, and I gotta say, it's not very often that I find a game that I played it the first time and I had fun with it, and I had so much fun with it that I decided to come back and do it again, except on an even longer playthrough. That usually doesn't happen for me. So this game is very surprising and very endearing to me for that reason. Oh, by the way, King John, if you can see this, speaking of Slime Rancher, we do have that. We are looking for a time slot to put that in to start playing it. Just a heads up on that. In fact, the plan for today is, assuming I can get it all lined up right, tonight we're actually going to do some art this evening. And then Wednesday we will do Portal 2. Just a bit of it's a whole new year, so we're just trying to make things work in a way that makes sense for everybody. There we go. Sorry, just having a bit of a breakfast bite real quick. Mm. Hmm. I don't suppose I could put another entryway right here. I would kind of like that. Or maybe we could actually devise a different way. So if we put... maybe we put the hatch here. And then we build... yeah, we can't build like directly into that, so... I don't know. I wish that I didn't have to keep making T correctors for everything. That would be kind of nice. Because like everything lines up in just such a way that it doesn't really work. Yeah, no. Do you have a beacon on our base? We do actually. The frag hub. It's right there. Yeah, we can control what waypoints we have, so... but yeah, we've made sure we have a frag thing or a beacon at every base we got. Do not want to get lost again. That was a horrible mistake before. In terms of inventory, we've got a decent bit of stuff. But let's see if we can clear out the prawn suit real quick. Sand shark. Do, 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 do. I curse this ladder idea all the time. It's so annoyingly difficult to get. There. Quick, before the power runs out. Make all the things. Well, and the juice ran out.
Warning, emergency power only.
We are just short on space for that to work. Man. I'm gonna put the egg. Whoops. I'm gonna put the egg away real quick.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Joke's on you. I don't need no oxygen. Okay, that's not true. There you go. New friendo. And now we're just going to go to sleep in our non-oxygen room. Des didn't really think that part through very well.
Power restored. All primary systems online.
We've already been going for an hour and we already have the research wing of the base started. It's nice progress. Well, I'm glad you think so. As I did mention, since this is a short stream, that was kind of the whole purpose this time, was just to get stuff together. And then we're going to start also taking this stuff and moving it over to the frag post. That way we can build that up. This is fine. Oh, but before that, it's time to put up some decor here. Ah, man, these wall designs annoy me. There we go. There we go. We got that set up. And I suppose they could put it right here. Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait, I'm confused. Where am I putting this right now? Okay. There. And now we have a sign designating our friends. Yeah. Okay. One sec here. Going to pour me that tea I was talking about earlier. That way I can let that simmer. Or steep, rather. Let's pause. Yeah, I admit that today Oh, kind of exists, but we don't. Sucks, but we don't have the executive toy from below zero as an actual scientific thing, so it could fit into the research wing. Oh yeah, I remember those. That's true. Yeah, so I do apologize too. Today's stream was going to be our standard like 4 to 5-ish hours, and I had intents to make our first forward progress into like the Lost River area, but instead we ended up having this building episode. So hopefully that's okay by you guys. Go. All right. Man, ScubaBot always gives me a scare when I see so-and-so was banned. And I'm like, and then it's some person I've never heard of before. And I'm like, oh. All right, let's make a couple more copper wires real quick, like. You know, I'm thinking about this. You know what would be nice for like the habitat construction thing? You're entertained? Aw, thanks, Drake. I appreciate it. What would be nice is like when you get the habitat thing, that you have to hold the button or something to go into deconstruct mode. Because it is pretty annoying when I have to ever so slightly, very carefully set that up to work the way I want it. Okay. So, exterior grow beds. Where do we want to put these? Suppose we could just put it on top of the moon pool like Marguerite does in the second game. Or not. Never mind. I feel like putting a grow bed down here is a mistake though, because things are going to come and just eat everything. Hey, here we go. Here we go.
Farming alien plants is a proven survival strategy. Craig McGill survived 47 months on a healthy, raw salad of live tree roaches and stag root.
Huh. Well, didn't expect that kind of factoid from somebody. Alright. Problem is they don't have anything to put in there. But it is built for later, so that's fine. Oh. Welcome in, alien, and thank you very much for the hydrate. I will do that now. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, alien. So just as a heads up, as I mentioned to others, today's stream is going to be on the short side because I do have some appointments to take care of. We're still going to go for another like 40 minutes. And then we'll be back tonight to attempt doing some art.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Attempt is definitely the key word here, though. It's doing a lot of heavy lifting. Okay, we got frag post is clear out here. Yeah, let's take the sea moth. It's been a while since we've done that. I haven't used the sea moth in ages, like to explore. I've always been running around with the prawn suit. I say as something runs into me. Rude. I do feel like if this zone is as safe as I kind of feel like it is, which is kind of iffy, we could definitely do like a thermal base here. Because I believe technically all this is still under reef back. I definitely have some serious concerns though about safety in this zone, because we do in fact have warpers and stuff like very close to the base. You know, I never have gone up there. Detour. I've been meaning to come up here forever and I just keep forgetting to. Like somehow I managed to never come here and I don't understand how. Woo! Sploosh. Oh, right. Hold on. Forgot you had to approach it from the middle. I don't remember these existing before. Wait. Since when? Don't warpers roam, or am I thinking of an old version? Warpers do roam, but they are a little bit targeted in how they do things. Since when were there huge floaters? Like, what? What version of the game did those guys come in? I mean, at least it makes sense, but still, what the heck? Huh. So wait, does that mean this isn't the island I thought it was? Because I thought for sure this is the one that has the hole in the middle that has like a beach access you use to get onto the island. What the heck? Okay, no, it is the island. The ancient floater thing is just new. That is a cool detail, though. I really like that. Where is my access point here? Very interesting to me that the islands are attached to the planet's surface. Yeah, you know what? That is pretty cool. Pretty sure the floater has always been there. It's how the island is there. So the Xbox version of the game may have been an early version or something, but it didn't have the giant floaters. It had like more of these kind of structures around every single pillar. That was, I guess, what caused it to float before. Grew clusters. Huh. But yeah, I mean, maybe I just completely missed the giant glowing pink guys before, but I feel like I didn't. But seriously, where's my entryway to get into the island? Like, there used to be a big open hole you could see to go up and down, and all of this also had like a blue pink tint to it in that version of the game. Man, the more I talk about it, the more I'm just in here going, exactly how much did they change it between versions? Oh, did we find it? I think we found it. Yay! Alright, save real quick. Alright, let's check out the island. Woo!
Picking up multiple energy signatures on the island's surface.
Is that me? Okay, that's me. As long as it's not those stupid little crabs. Yeah, all of this feels more polished. Maybe the Xbox version of the game was just like a much earlier build or something, because I don't remember having all this plant life here. Crabs. Yeah. Crabs in this game are like evil. Just straight up evil. Ooh. What does that do? Alien flora sample. Nice, we can grow mushrooms. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, I can't help but think it's funny. The developers were like, so here's the plan, guys. There's going to be an island that they can go check out. Okay? Cool? Cool. They're going to be like, oh, thank God. We finally can get away from all the stupid monsters, all the things that are trying to eat us. It's going to be great. And then right when they least expect it, crabs. But not just any crabs. Oh no. Crabs that will eat your face. Lots of them. I'm imagining the discussion with something like that. Just don't try to eat the mushrooms. So, Drake, I got a funny story on that. When I first played Subnautica the very first time around, the first thing I saw were the acid mushrooms, and I made a joke. And I was like, well, when stranded on an alien planet and you got nothing else to eat, I guess you can just go eat some mushrooms. It's actually kind of funny in a sense. I was like, man, I wish they had done more with the surface stuff. And then when they went along with Below Zero, and I was just kind of like, man, I kind of wish they didn't do as much above surface stuff. Ooh, a Jaffa cup. I could go for a cup of Jaffa. Okay. I also remember that this island is where I realized for the very first time I could jump. Up. Here come the crabs. I enjoyed Below Zero, but not in the same way as I enjoy Subnautica. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think Below Zero introduced a lot of fun things, a lot of very interesting like relationships on the world. The creatures feel more alive, like on an interactable level, but at the same time the world is actually so much smaller that it kind of makes things claustrophobic in a not fun way. Ooh. Okay. All right, still wandering around here. You know, kind of think of it, I should have built the storage attachment for the sea moth. All right, here we go. Was that? Ooh, lantern trees. Huh. Those things have a striking resemblance to the heat plants from Below Zero. All right, little crabs. Hua! Gotcha. You little flying ninja Death Stars. Hey, hey. There. Slash and slash until the job is done. Woo!
New blueprint acquired.
Oh, here comes another one. Come on, let's do it. What's the matter, you chicken? Well, I'm coming to you then. Take that. Also, those little guys hurt. At a shocking level. I'm still kind of stumped as to how this happened. Like, what caused this collapse this rock collapse to even happen? Ooh, a battery. Boink. Nice, I guess.
Integrating new PDA data.
Nice.
Son, I said wait for the storm to pass.
Seaside living with an ocean
Life's
view.
more valuable to me than a plant patch.
You stopped being in charge when the ship you were captaining sunk.
I'll stop being in charge when you take charge of yourself.
Say, Chief. Chief,
What?
you know how to drain those grow beds of 40 tons of stormwater? Or how to conjure food from the air?
I know how to prioritize.
I'm just saying, if that's so, what's your boy's life worth to you today? If tomorrow you're gonna be so hungry you start wondering what he tastes like. Let him go deal with the plants.
Son, go deal with the plants.
Bard, Torgo has disembarked the habitat.
Interfere with my family again. And when rescue arrives, I will leave you here. Do you understand me?
No rescue coming, Chief. Not in time. And no staying here neither. This rain keeps falling, sooner or later this place will be buried. Only choice we got is whether to get buried with it.
Marguerite is awesome.
Chief's log, 5 weeks since the crash. The only other survivors are my son, Bot, and Maida, the cut-price mercenary I commissioned for the journey. After days drifting in the life pod, rain hammering on the roof, the weather cleared and we washed up here. I had Maida salvage the Degazi wreck, set Bart to finding us a stable source of food. His education is paying off sooner than I'd anticipated. Our only problem is Maida. She says the weather's going to turn. I say she's finding excuses to risk our lives. I imagine she's not gonna weaken her life without a physical altercation, and she's itching for a fight. In every judgment she makes, things go from bad to worse.
How?
If she had my experience, she'd have more faith. Humans have spent millennia specializing in how to shackle nature to our will. This planet won't cause us any new problems. My one task now is to keep us alive, as comfortably as possible, until the insurance company arranges rescue. In this part of space, that could be months, or even years.
Huh. Okay, so I see a thing. How do I get it? Oh. Through the broken window. That makes sense. Okay. So we got...
What is that thing?
I don't know. I found it outside in the sand.
Part of another ship?
None I've ever seen.
It's not even scratched.
Don't fool around with it. It might be worth something.
Stand down, Chief. If it were gonna crumble to dust, it would have done so when I picked it up.
It's glowing.
We're not the first people to come to this planet.
People. Maybe. Could be aliens. Could be the damn sea monsters for all we know. One thing for sure, we ain't gonna find out by staying here.
Turns out Marguerite was right on all accounts. Literally all accounts. Kind of weird that I haven't found the indoor grow bed yet. Okay, so I need to build something. I don't know what I want to build though. You know what? Ironically enough, this'll do. If it'll let me build it. Guess it's kind of a big if on that. Provides structural support and prevents flooding. Oh, that would have been useful. There we go. Alright, so now we need to go higher up into the mountains. So, if we're understanding the geologic data here correctly, essentially, their ship crashed. They finally found their way to land, which was here. And then they thought they were going to be okay. And then it started heavily raining. And then the heavy rains drove them up the mountainside to the top. But the part that's weird about that is, you know, that's something we haven't seen in the game. Rain. Rain has not been a thing that exists in this game at all. So I can't help but wonder, was that a technical limitation of the game that developers didn't get around to? Or was that more, this is a thing that happened in the past and it just hasn't repeated yet kind of situation? Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Interior grouping. Nice.
New blueprint acquired.
This is the first time I've seen sunlight in months. After all that time in the deep, I'd been dreaming of it. Now that I'm back here, I'm finding it hard to enjoy alone. Father was right. We should never have left this place. We shouldn't have gone so deep. They do not want us down there. Despite my best efforts, ill health is taking hold of me. The visions are getting worse. Marguerite and Father are now part of the ecosystem of this incredible planet. It's reassuring to know that when I go, I'll join them. Until then, well, there's always the view.
Man. Talk about dark. I do wish that we could actually build upon this stuff. That would be pretty cool. Instead of it just being like a editable object. Like, too bad I can't just use my deconstructor on this. Just be like, you know what? Actually, I want this spot. Here's the planner we need for the research wing. Yep. We now have the interior grow bed. Which honestly is pretty good because we're probably going to want that for the frag post. Primarily so that we don't have to go outside and deal with reapers. Or not reapers, warpers. Question is, what are we going to be growing? Well, currently we have some pink cap mushrooms and we have a speckled rattler. These clearly can grow outside of the water. It's just the main problem boils down to needing to be able to offload some inventory without wasting inventory. If we can find the parts of whatever that tree was, we can plant that and have a food source. Yes, the lantern fruits. I'm pretty sure a characteristic of fish. Very. Very, very, very. The opposing Sonic uses Greet. It's super effective. AFK grabbing breakfast. No worries, Sonic. Just as a heads up, you actually came pretty much to the end of the stream, to be honest. We're going to be going for probably another 20-ish minutes, but I had to do the stream early today so that I can get done with an appointment. So I'm sorry about that. We got like 20-ish minutes, so let's make the best of it. Up cliff face we go. Ooh, piece of mushroom. Man, it's unsettling that I can't hear something like popping and crackling. Considering I have no idea what that is. Okay. What we got in here? Chinese potatoes, small marble melon, and a log.
This island is a godsend. Look out of the window. No predators, fresh food.
No building materials, nothing left of the ship, and your kid says we're gonna starve without more grow beds. Speak up, kid.
It's true, Father. The natural growth rates are too slow to keep supporting us.
All I'm saying is ocean's got us surrounded. No use hiding. Sooner or later, we'll get our feet wet.
The rest of your life may have been a fight, Maida, but I've made my decision. You want to forfeit your emergency pay to take a swim? Go ahead.
Believe me, I'm thinking on it.
Well, turns out Marguerite, in the end, was the only correct person in the group. Whoops. All right. So we've managed to explore up here. I'm glad we got this done because I kept meaning to do this and I kept forgetting. And next thing you know, one thing leads to another, and it's like several streams later. So I'm glad we finally got that out of the way. Oh, wait, we can build on top. Oh. Huh. So we can build a land base up here, you say? Well, this is definitely a time I wish that we had steps that were like in below zero. That'd be nice. But I don't think that's a thing in this one. Yeah, no, it's not. Dang. Man, look how fast this planet moves. I feel like we probably could do some funny shenanigans, but I don't know. I don't know if it's actually worth the effort. So to that I say, for now, let's just go down to the frag post. I'm pretty sure we got everything off of this island. Off of the top of this island, anyway. Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. I ended up on the wrong side of things. Okay. Echo is 40 that way. Alright. I think we're going to have to swim down to find it. That's a bit unfortunate. Oh well. Still, I can't get over how big these floaters are. It's just absolutely wild to me. Huh. Just want to charge my batteries a little bit before we move on. There we go. Breakfast acquired. Nice.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Love to hear it. Okay. So we're making our trip to the frag post, which is fortunately not very far from here, actually. So that's nice. Honestly, the most terrifying part about this, though, genuinely is the descent. Because there are so many potentially dangerous things right in this area that you approach it from the wrong angle at your own peril, kind of deal. So, wait, did I? Oh, I thought I built the moon pool over here. Whoops. Oops, that's a problem. I definitely don't have the materials for that with me. Have a keyboard and I don't have to bend 5 feet forwards to type anymore. Yay! Sorry to hear you're having that problem. Okay.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, so. Oh, wait. We have a whole lot of the materials, actually. Can we make an ingot? Nice. Satisfying keyboard.wave. Bam bam, as they say. Okay, so we actually need to find a way to a reef. Not a reef. I forgot what they were called. Jeez. We just need to get some lubricant. So that's actually not bad. This is scanner range, okay. Speed upgrade's always nice. All right, no lubricant there. And no lubricant there. Shoot. Yeah, we don't got the materials for it. Man. Actually, you know what? Hold up. Did we miss anything on the island up there? Nah, we did. We actually missed something. Well, that is most unfortunate. Oh, man. Yep, both of us have to admit it. We need that. We need to go get that lubricant. Climb down. There. Okay. So, sea moth. And I don't have any idea where we would go to find more of those materials at this moment. Yeah. I mean, we could just head off in a direction here. You know what? Let's do that. We don't have much time left on this stream. Let's do something for science. First of all, I want to stay closer to the surface. That way we can ascertain, like, if we find what we're looking for. Okay, we are just in nothingville of water here. Like, literally nothingville. Ever been to the dead zone? You know what? I think no. Okay, if the dead zone is like the bottom of the world.
Warning, entering ecological dead zone. Adding report to databank.
Well, there you go. The answer is yes, apparently. And now I'm leaving. Although.
Warning, entering ecological dead zone. Adding report to databank.
Hold on. I want to actually read this one. So I don't think I ever have. It answers that question. Yeah. Ironically, it does. As before it goes, Leviathan launched me 5 miles into the air. Wow. Did it come along with a sound effect? Okay. Crater edge. Geological scans of this area show a steep decline in all directions. This data is consistent with the theory that the aurora crashed on the edge of a 2 kilometer by 2 kilometer volcanic crater. It has likely been millennia since an eruption reached the surface, encouraging the ecosystem within the crater to flourish. The ecology of the trench surrounding the crater supports only two kinds of life: microscopic and Leviathan class. Exploration is ill-advised. Okay, well. Oh, hi. That was quick and unexpected. Where did you just come from? Because I'm swimming away. Actually, if I'm entirely honest, it makes sense that that would be the case. Because we know for a fact that the Leviathans hang around with the warpers down here. So there actually is some logic to that point. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But the logic is there. Okay, so we got one fragment that we forgot. That's frustrating. But let it not be said that I don't take everything with me. Okay, fragment is on that side. Gotcha. It's so weird to hear my character jingle jangle. Seven touched the water in that world? Oh. Wow.
We have to board the Aurora, repair the long-range comms, make contact with the other survivors. We can't be the only two that made it.
Those are not the orders the captain gave me, and they are not the orders I'm giving you.
This isn't chain of command, it's survival.
My obligations as acting commander don't turn on their convenience. Get out of the water.
If I get into trouble, I'll send you my coordinates.
I can't let you go alone.
Then come with me.
You don't leave me much choice.
Received emergency transmission from Second Officer Keen, 2 hours after last activity.
Rendezvous was a failure. Intercepted a transmission from Altera HQ. Seems they sent a data package to the Aurora. We were intercepted by a Leviathan-class predator before we could reach the ship. Consider the CTO and I lost at sea. Be safe. Keen, out.
Well, I reckon he wasn't keen on the idea, huh? Huh? Okay. So yeah, we're coming back exclusively to go find that fragment real quick. And then that will be for realsies the end of the stream for today. At this point, I'm probably in space. Yeah, if you get launched 5 miles up, you are most likely in space. Of course, it depends on the size of the planet you're on. Alright, so fragment. Oh, it was probably on the trail. I probably missed it earlier. Oh. Nope, it was actually just over here. Okay. I'll take it. Nice sea water. Yippee! Okay, well. Oh no. Oh, that was scary. Oh, we almost had a moment there. The land is cursed. Abandoned land. Ah! I do think it's kind of neat that we can see the landmass slowly crumbling, just really indicating that if floaters don't require water buoyancy, that this landmass genuinely would float off to space at some point. I do think that's pretty cool. Okay. So, flag post. It is pretty funny that I was like, so I wonder what's over this way. Let's go. And it's just like, congratulations, you found the edge of the world. And I was just like, whoops, that wasn't what I was going for. Oi. Okay, we got a couple fragments over this way. Concerns with some warpers over this way too, but we'll see. And a not good case scenario, we do have at least a torpedo we can utilize. I don't know how well that torpedo would work on these guys, but yeah, you can try. Negative on that. This cavern is in fact just a cavern. You know what's actually one of the most terrifying things about this game for me? When I played this game the first time around, I was running and gunning my way through, and you could argue like I didn't let the PTSD catch up to me in terms of all the crazy things that were happening. But now, during this playthrough, we are steeping in this the same way that I would be my tea. We are steeping in the fact that this is a slow, methodical process into the deep. Oh, creature egg. No, that is not a creature egg. That is urinite. Never mind. I know we need urinite, but I genuinely don't remember what for. Okay. How did I not touch the height limit? I don't know. Okay. Let's get on back to the sea moth. Still have not figured out how to get to those two fragments yet. All we've been able to ascertain is that they exist. Okay. Ooh. Gel sacks, that's handy. I didn't realize I'd built this over some gel sacks. Okay, inventory. We've got diamonds, we've got some ingots, titanium. I don't think we can make what I want to make yet, which is to say the moon pool. We need lubricant. Okay, well, that's going to have to wait for another stream then, I guess.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
All right, that's going to do it for today's Subnautica stream. Just once again, this evening, probably at 5 p.m. Eastern, or no, 7, I think is what we decided on. 7 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be back live on Twitch to do some art stuff. Future points I do want to do stuff on YouTube as well, but I don't want the channels to get confused. So I want to have to make another YouTube channel for art if I do that. So tonight will be just Twitch only. And Sonic, it was good having you here. Same to you, Drake. Mini Games, if you're still here. And also Frost. Thank you all for being here today for this short stream. Can't wait to see you for the next one. You guys have a good one and stay safe, stay cozy, and stay hydrated. Angela, signing off. All right, and on the Twitch side,